Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Keep a good eye on your stuff, I guess. Our stuff was locked up. It's a, it's a well-lit location.
Rough week for a local business owner. His trailer and thousands of dollars worth of tools inside were stolen. You're looking at exclusive surveillance video from a West Fargo gas station. A construction company owner is asking for your help finding a white SUV, which was seen in the video here, and the people inside who he says stole his big white trailer early Saturday morning.
Now, with the tools inside, he says it's worth well over $100,000. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has more.
Driveway when I pulled in, so.
Chad Du Bois left his trailer here on Saturday night, locked up with wood blocks behind the tires near I-94 and Cheyenne Street, right outside his office.
All they would have had to do was just back right in and take off.
Now he doesn't think he'll ever see it again.
Normally Fargo itself, I don't hear much about Fargo. When I work out west, obviously there's a lot out there that gets stolen.
The gas station next door caught some video of what happened.
The truck itself wasn't planning, I don't think, to get a trailer with that much equipment because it wasn't rated to haul that big of a trailer. The back end was pretty squatted.
He thinks they're states away by now.
Some of the equipment will probably be able to be pawned. The laser screed is, that's about a $70,000 piece of equipment itself, so that'd be really tough to pawn, I would guess.
With booming construction, he says it's better it happened now with the snow and holiday season, but it's still going to slow them down.
It was a rough weekend. It was a pretty tough deal. We got a lot of work to do here.
He said a police report has been filed and his insurance company is being helpful, but says watch out, it could easily happen to you. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Fargo police say 14 cars have been stolen this month and half of them had their keys left inside. So police are reminding you, do not leave your cars running with the keys inside. If you need help uncovering an issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
Let's take a look now, a live look at Highway 2, that's west of Grand Forks, where roads are said to be snow-covered. There is scattered ice and compacted snow reported as well. Let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli. Justin, more snow to the north?
Yep, more snow to the north. That is going to be the trend as we go through the overnight period out there. And with that, we have that winter storm warning still in effect for the areas you see the red on the screen. This is until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Just south of that, the winter weather advisory. We'll see a little less amounts down there. This is also until tomorrow at 6 a.m. with that snow moving through out there. As you can see, the heaviest and steadiest from Grand Forks to Devil's Lake up north toward the Canadian border. You can see a dry slot trying to work its way in, but more snow developing just to the south of Grand Forks. We think that we have bands of snow moving through mainly between 6 and 11, and then we should see the system start to taper off to the north out there. And but there's still some wind, some tricky travel conditions, so definitely be careful, and we'll take a detailed look a little later on the newscast.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yep.
Having snow on the ground makes it feel more like winter, and according to some people, more like Christmas. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop talked to people in Northern Valley today about these fresh flakes.
The snow is falling here in Grand Forks, and many people I spoke with say they don't mind the flakes. It makes it feel more like the holidays.
It's no big deal. It's just, as long as it's minus 70, it's bearable. This isn't really a snowstorm. I mean, in Pennsylvania, people will be running to the grocery store right now, hoarding up like 2 weeks worth of milk and eggs and bread, but for North Dakota and Canadians, this really ain't that big of a deal.
This woman says she doesn't mind clearing the snowflakes off her car.
It's kind of pretty.
But at least it feels like Christmas. It almost feels like you're at the North Pole in a little bit. But
although many of us are used to living and driving in these winter snowy conditions, it is important to remember to drive for the conditions, meaning to slow down and to turn on your headlights. In Grand Forks, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Grand Forks Public Works says it takes about 5 to 6 hours to plow all the main and secondary roads. They're hoping to have everything plowed by noon tomorrow. Now you can stay up to date on the weather conditions anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. There are some difficult road conditions around the region. Let's take a look at the very latest travel maps. First of all, taking a look at North Dakota. I-29 from Grand Forks to the Canadian border is snow covered. I-29 from Grand Forks to Fargo said to be scattered ice and compacted snow. There's scattered wet and slush along I-29 south of Fargo. Also some trouble spots in the Valley City and Jamestown areas. Let's take a look at Minnesota. Along I-94 south of Fargo, roads are said to be partially covered, but there's a large area which is north of that where roads are said to be completely covered. Bottom line, wherever you're driving tonight, you could hit some travel trouble. So as we've said before, slow down.
Well, with freezing temperatures and winds and snow, being homeless in our region in North Dakota's cruel winter is often a matter of life or death. Now, early this morning, Fargo police say that they responded to a call from a 25-year-old woman who was walking. She had been walking since 8 the night before to stay warm. She was taken to the Gladys Ray shelter to get out of the weather. Police say when they responded to the call and they call like this, their job turns to getting the person a place that's warm.
This time of year, it's not only not enviable to be homeless, it's deadly. And I think our officers really understand that regardless of where you are in the population, our job is to help.
Police say they will take the person to any number of local shelters, and if those are full, they can even put them somewhere up in a hotel room for the night.
North Dakota keeps attracting people. Today we learned that the state's population has reached an all-time high of 756,927 people. That's an increase of nearly 17,000 residents since last year's count. North Dakota's population has grown by 2.5% since last year. That's the largest percentage increase among all states.
Hundreds of families in the FM metro area are going to be celebrating Christmas with a very special gift that many of us take for granted, the gift of food. Volunteers are busy prepping more than 600 Christmas food boxes for people who might otherwise not have a decent meal this time of year. The Salvation Army says that these gifts will allow families to make their Christmas dinner in their own homes and make it special. They say the food boxes are made possible by generous donations and corporate partners like Hornbachers, Cloverdale Foods, Pan of Gold, and Land O'Lakes among them.
New construction continues in West Fargo. Today we spotted something that had us asking, what is it? A new restaurant's being built along Veterans Boulevard. Fittingly named the BLVD, or Boulevard, is a 2-level bar restaurant. According to West Fargo city officials, restaurant owners say the main level will have a bar and patio, and second level will have another small bar and patio area. There's also a basement area for private parties that seats up to 40 people. The owner says this locally owned restaurant will serve American-style food like burgers, seat up to about 160 people, and hopes to be open by early February.
Teddy Bear from Horace, North Dakota is back. For 20 years, Ted and his occasional friends have been showing up unannounced at Sanford Children's Hospital with a simple note attached. Please give to a child in need. And Ted and his friends have indeed found new homes with children who are spending Christmas in a place they would rather not be, the hospital. Ted is handmade, intricately detailed, something some might consider a work of art. And for another year, the question and mystique surrounding these creations remains. Where did Ted come from? Well, we may never know.
This has become a really fun tradition for us at the Children's Hospital, giving this fun bear out to kids and waiting for the bears to arrive, to even the mail room, look for them, start looking for the bears when it gets to be about mid-December.
Well, despite the fact that Ted's creator remains anonymous, we do know Ted continues to bring smiles and perhaps some comfort to children today, just like he did 20 years ago.
That is totally awesome.
It is wonderful.
Thank you, whoever
Yes,
you might
yes.
be. Are you trying to stay healthy over the holidays? Well, later on Valley News Live at 6, we have some tips on how you can.
And we'll take a look at where the heaviest snow is falling and when it will start to taper off. That's coming up next.